Life in a medieval castle wasn't all royal feasts in velvet robes. Sometimes it was just about finding your way to the chamber pot without tripping over a tapestry. Before electricity, castles were basically giant stone caves, and keeping them lit was a full-time job. From luxurious beeswax candles to flaming torches that screamed drama, let's explore how medieval folks lit up the darkness. Let's start with the most iconic light source, candles. These weren't your grocery store variety. The elite swore by beeswax candles, clean burning, sweet smelling, and bright. A single high-end candle could last 9 hours, perfect for a long winter night when Netflix didn't exist. But they weren't cheap. One beeswax candle cost up to 10 pennies. That's like dropping $50 today. A medium castle could burn through 500 a month. Meanwhile, peasants made do with tallow candles, basically congealed animal fat that smelled like regret. Chandeliers turned up the wow factor. Massive iron structures dripping with candles, making feasts look like medieval Times Square. Servants had to scramble up ladders to light them all before sunset, usually in slippery shoes and zero safety protocols. Candles weren't just practical, they were medieval flexes. The more beeswax burning in your hall, the richer you looked. Kings lit hundreds just to say, "This? Oh, just a regular Tuesday." They didn't have Rolexes, so they showed off with wax. If candles were the luxury cars of lighting, oil lamps were the reliable minivans. Perfect for smaller rooms, these simple designs burned everything from olive oil, clean and classy, to cod liver oil, smelly but effective. A good oil lamp could last 12 to 15 hours, longer than most people work today. They were also refillable and economical, making them a medieval Costco dream. You'd find them tucked into walls, perched on tables, or hanging in alcoves with reflective surfaces to boost brightness. Bonus, you could carry one to the kitchen for a midnight snack, though try not to spill oil on the tapestries. Now for the drama queens of the lighting world, torches. These flaming sticks were pure spectacle, often made of pine and soaked in resin for extra burn time, even in rain. A castle could go through 2,000 pounds of torch wood a month. That's the weight of a small car. Handheld torches lit your path. Wall-mounted ones worked like medieval hallway lights, and giant torch stands made your courtyard look like the red carpet. Burn time? 1 to 4 hours, depending on how extra you got with the materials. Every important room had one. More than just heaters, fireplaces were medieval status symbols. Massive, stone-framed, and constantly hungry for wood. A single castle might burn through 120 cartloads of firewood every month. Fireplaces were social hubs, where nobles plotted, peasants warmed up, and everyone told stories. Think cozy cafe meets Game of Thrones. Now, since all that light came from fire, people had to adjust their habits. Instead of a straight 8-hour snooze, medieval folks practiced segmented sleep, 2 chunks with a couple hours of medieval me time in the middle. They read by candlelight, held secret meetings, or wandered the halls pretending to be deep in thought, when really they were just after a snack. Everyone from kings to peasants did it, with long winter nights lasting 14 hours, made perfect sense. Castles were cleverly built to make the most of the sun. Narrow, arrow-slit windows doubled as light sources and defensive points. Great halls faced east or south to soak up daylight. Courtyards acted like solar farms, buzzing with activity while the sun was up. Even castle location mattered. High ground meant more sunlight. Basically, medieval architects were doing passive solar design before it was cool. When the sun went down, moonlight stepped in. Sometimes. Full moons were a guard's best friend, but cloudy skies. Forget it. Still, moonlit banquets and midnight meetings happened, even if half the guests couldn't see what they were eating. Last but not least, the medieval version of a dollar store flashlight, the rush light. Made from dried rush plants dipped in animal fat, they burned 15 to 30 minutes. Not long, but better than walking into walls. Even the poorest servant could whip one up. They weren't pretty, and they definitely didn't smell great, but they got the job done. While kings read by beeswax, the help sewed or scribbled love notes by flickering rushlights. From opulent chandeliers to smoky rushlights, every flicker in a medieval castle told a story. Lighting wasn't just about survival. It was about status, resourcefulness, and a little bit of flair. So the next time you flip on a light switch, remember someone once had to burn 1,000 pounds of wood just to see their dinner.